mid-1970s, Muhammad Yunus, a professor in economics in Bangladesh, saw Bangladesh's people struggling to stay out of poverty. Desperate to find a solution, he decided to take things into perspective, so he visited a small city in poverty named Jorba. In the village, he met a group of 42 women who made bamboo stools for a living, but they lacked the raw material to make their stools, and they were in a deep cycle of debt. He asked what the women needed, and they asked for money to get their business started again. Yunus offered money from his own wallet, and surprisingly, all the women needed were $27. Yunus didn't give them any interest to pay. Soon after, with that small loan of $27, the women had made their way out of poverty and debt, and their business was running again. Yunus quickly saw that giving small loans with little or no interest was an effective way of helping people in poverty. He also noted that getting one-on-one with the client is a very key aspect. Soon after, the Grameen Bank came to help Yunus and gave out loans to those in need. The loans given out by the Grameen Bank have no collateral in the interest of helping those in need. The Grameen Bank is not a bank but a place where loan money is stored and given out. Microloans are a much better choice over bank loans for many reasons. One is that microloans offer one-on-one assistance. When banks loan to you, they will give you the money and come back when the money is due and ask for it to be paid, no excuses. Microloans, on the other hand, provide help to overcome bumps and struggles. Here's an example. A client is struggling to find a place to sell their products. If the bank was the loaner, the client would be left all to themselves to figure it out. But with the microloans, the loaner would help to the best of their ability to help figure out where the best place to sell is. In today's world, microlending versus bank loaning can be seen even in kids. Here's an example of bank loans. A mother gives her child $50 to start a lemonade stand and goes on minding her own business, leaving the kid to choose prices, where to set up the stand, and much more. This exposes the child in areas of business that the kid has never experienced. Here's an example representing microloans. A mother gives her child $50 and helps the child with setting prices and making the lemonade stand, which would help the child much more than the loan itself. Also, a difference between the two examples is that with bank loans, if the child didn't make back the $50, then he would still have to pay it back, just like collateral. But with microloans, the child would get more leeway with repaying the loan. When microloans started skyrocketing, a man named Dean Carlin, a professor in economics, saw that there had been no RCTs, or randomized controlled trials, which are tests done randomly on patients. He conducted a test, and when the results came back, it shocked everyone, as in none of the studies did any of the clients make an increased amount of profit. After further inspection, almost all of the tests have been disproven. The reason being that before the help of a microloan, the clients would work up to 8 jobs along with their business, and when they got the extra push with their business and started bringing in more income, they were able to quit their other jobs, therefore negating all of the increase of profits. So the clients exchange profit for quality of life. Either way, microloans are a very important part of helping those in need. People noticed this, and the Grameen Bank plus Yunus received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. While microloans help people in poverty with their money needs, projects such as Aquila and Loon are helping people save and make their money more efficient by providing internet in hard-to-get places.
Although it was started in 2008, the Google Loon project is quickly becoming one of the most interesting developments this year. The project aims to provide reliable and cheap internet access for everyone by using balloons. The project is still in the works, but it has already provided internet for some people. The balloons are made out of materials designed to withstand the cold temperatures of the stratosphere and the fast, dangerous winds in this area. Google spent a long time trying to get the balloons right, and the last time that Google said anything, the balloons almost never fail. Whenever a balloon lands or crashes from an incident, a team is sent out to collect the balloon and the balloon is reused. Even if the balloon gets mangled, the balloon's materials are recyclable. They are really eco-friendly and they don't use fuel to get them moving. All they need is gas and they are let go. Once the balloons reach the stratosphere, the wind takes them to wherever they need to drift off to. Facebook started a drone project in 2014, with work continuing to this day. The project uses new technology to create a drone that lasts up to 3 months in the air. The drone is able to hit a target the size of a dime with its laser from a distance of almost 10 miles. Aquila, as the project is called, will be sold to countries to build and use in their nations or cities as a whole. The best part is that with a connected world, no one has to wait to talk with each other. The instant messaging will help information and ideas spread around the world faster. Facebook has not released any new information for a while, but work on the drone project continues to this day. The project has been tested in places such as Seattle, Los Angeles, and various locations in New Zealand. No official results have come out yet, but the project is considered a success due to several test flights. Many people in poverty cannot afford things to live on, much less the internet. However, with these cheap and effective internet sources, people all over the place can get reliable and fast news. This has many security benefits and health benefits too. Help will arrive for those in need extremely fast, so treatment can begin sooner. With faster treatment, less people will die. Less deaths mean bigger populations and better living conditions. With internet being transmitted from above instead from the ground, there won't be a need for wires on the ground and more space will open up for people to live on. All of these people and ideas have made their stand in history and are inspiring many more people to make their own stand. These discoveries are very similar but different at the same time. Microloans have been around for a while Google's and Facebook's projects are just recently taking effect. However, both are becoming more and more apparent as time goes on. Places like India, Bangladesh, and the US benefit from microloans as poverty is very high in these places. Places like Australia and New Zealand benefit from Google's and Facebook's projects as these places aren't directly connected by land to big areas like Europe, North America, or Asia. Without this direct connection, getting access to these places is more difficult than others. These are just two examples of people putting in the extra effort to help those in poverty.